Family, today I want to be completely real with you. The side of me people don't see. The part I've hidden for years because I thought no one would understand. Or maybe I didn't even want them to. There's anger in me. Pure, raw anger. Sometimes it's quiet, simmering under the surface, making me tense and restless. Other times, it, other times it explodes in ways I hate, in ways I can't control. Anger at the world, anger at myself, anger at the people who have hurt me, anger at the people that I've hurt, anger at the circumstances I didn't choose, at paths I didn't take, at the what ifs and the if onlys that haunt me in the dark. I know anger can be destructive. I know it can be I know it can make people run from me or even fear me. But it's real. And for years I pretended it wasn't there. I pushed it down. I swallowed it. I told myself to be happy. But that didn't work, obviously. Anger doesn't disappear by ignoring it. It stays. It waits. And I've had to learn how to look at it in the eye without letting it control me. But anger isn't all that's there. Underneath that rage is sadness. Heavy, suffocating sadness. The kind that drags you under. The kind that makes the world feel great, even when the sun is shining. Sadness for missed opportunities. Sadness from broken relationships. Sadness for the things I can't fix no matter how much I want to. There were days when I couldn't see past it. Days when I wondered if it would ever lift. Days when I didn't even want it to lift. Because the sadness had become familiar. And familiarity, even painful, can feel safer than the unknown. And loneliness, family. Loneliness isn't just about being by yourself. It's being surrounded by people and feeling invisible. Feeling like nobody truly gets you. Nobody truly sees you. You can laugh with friends, smile at family, nod and agree with coworkers, and still feel completely alone. It's a darkness that creeps in quiet, and it can be relentless. And then there's regret. Oh my goodness, the regret. The words I wish I could take back. The moments I wish I could relive. The chances I didn't take. The people I hurt. The people I loved and lost. Regret has a way of whispering even when you're trying to move forward. And for a long time, I let it whisper too loud. I let it dictate my thoughts, my choices, and my worth. But here's the truth. Regret also teaches. It reminds me that I'm human, that I've tried, that I failed, and that I've survived. And even when it feels unbearable, it's proof that I care. Proof that I was alive in those moments, even if I wish I could do it all over. I also want to talk about depression and anxiety. These are parts of me too. They've shown up in quiet moments when I'm alone, when I feel like no one sees the real me. Some days they're heavy, weighing on me, telling me I'm not enough, telling me to stop trying, telling me the fight isn't worth it. But here's the thing, depression and anxiety do not define who I am. I define who I am. I may feel broken sometimes, and I may feel lost. I may feel voiceless, but these feelings don't get to decide my worth. I do. I want to share some of the moments that built this side of me, the side people don't see. The fights I've had in my head with myself every morning just to get out of bed. The nights I cried alone, thinking no one would ever understand. The moments when I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. I've lived with these feelings for years, but bottled up inside. Sometimes I wore a mask just so people wouldn't worry, pretending everything was fine while inside I was falling apart. And sometimes I'd snap. Sometimes I'd yell. I'd lash out. I'd push people away. Not because I wanted to, but because I didn't know how else to survive. Loneliness has a funny way of showing up in crowded rooms. Even when people care, even when the love is around, there's part of me that still felt invisible. That side of me, that the voiceless part, is why I started sharing this story. My story. I want anyone listening to hear this and know, if you feel this way too, you're not broken, you're not weak, you are not alone. We all have parts of ourselves that we hide. Anger, sadness, loneliness, regret, depression, and anxiety. We hide them because we're afraid of judgment, afraid of being misunderstood. But hiding doesn't heal. Sharing doesn't fix everything, but it starts something. It starts connection. It starts understanding. It starts freedom. And I've learned that these feelings, as heavy and dark as they are, they can also fuel us. Anger can push us to stand up. Sadness can teach us empathy. Loneliness can make us appreciate the people who truly see us. Regret can also become a lesson we carry forward. Depression and anxiety can remind us of our strength if we choose to fight. I'm not proud of the pain I carry. I'm not proud of the mistakes, but I am proud that I survived. I am proud that I'm still here, still fighting, still trying to do better every day. Family, here's what I want you to hear. You are allowed to feel anger. You are allowed to feel sadness. You are allowed to feel lonely. You are allowed to feel regret. You are allowed to feel depression and anxiety. Feeling these does not make you weak. It makes you human. But don't let them define you. Don't let them take you under. Depression and anxiety do not define who you are. You define who you are. You can use these feelings. You can fight with them. You can learn from them. And most importantly, you can rise above them. When you wake up tomorrow, tell yourself, I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I am not my anger. I am not my sadness. I am not my loneliness. I am not my regret. I am not my depression or my anxiety. I am me, and I define who I am. Look in the mirror and say, I'm a good person. I mean something to someone. I'm doing my best. I love myself. And if you could say that every morning, Even on the days it hurts to believe it, you're winning. You're moving forward. You're choosing life. So yes, this is the side of me people don't see. The anger, the sadness, the loneliness, the regret, the depression, the anxiety. But this is also the side of me that fights, that refuses to give up, that still loves, still hopes, and still believes. Family, if you ever feel lost, if you ever feel broken, if you ever feel voiceless, know this. You are not alone. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. And remember, depression and anxiety do not define you. You do. Together, we can survive, we can rise, and we can overcome. Stay strong, stay fighting, stay you. And, as I always say, live, laugh, learn, and stay positive. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye.